Okay, we are just about ready for action here between the Batmen and the Timber Rattlers. And leading off for the Batmen is Logan Doherty. Swing and a miss, strike one. Here's the one pitch, taken low for a ball, ball one. One ball, one strike to the leadoff batter of this ball game. As Doherty takes up high, ball two. Here's the 2-1 pitch, check swing, and the umpire rolled that he went. So, even the count at 2 balls, 2 strikes to the leadoff batter here of this ball game. Taken down low, ball 3. The Batmen trying to rebound from a couple tough losses this week as they lost leads in each of their games Tuesday and Thursday. As that ball is hit down the right field, and that will be caught for the first out of this top of the first inning. Now we'll bring up Camden Lloyd. Here's the first pitch to Lloyd, down low, ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Good cut there by Lloyd. Next pitch, breaking ball inside, ball 2. Two balls, one strike to Lloyd. One out here in the top of the first. Popped up and out of play. Now even the count up at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Now Jagger Naylor, the batter. He takes outside, ball 2. Here's the 2-0 pitch in there for a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Swung on, popped down the right field line. Ball is going to get out of play for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Naylor. There's 2 outs here in the top of the first inning. It's a 2-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled straight back. Naylor coming into this game leading the Batmen in batting, as he's batting .643 coming into this ball game. Swung on, ground ball to short, backhanded, up with it, throw to first. Can't scoop it at first. And that will be the first base runner of the ball game. And now C.J. Clayton, the batter. Wild pitch, and Naylor will get down to second base. One ball, no strikes to Clayton. Swing and a miss. One ball, one strike. Pitch down low, 2 balls, 1 strike. Line drive right at the second baseman, and that will do it for the top of the first. And no runs, no hits, and error in the top of the first inning for the Batmen. And after a half an inning, it's Central Penn 0 and Pocono coming to bat. And the Batmen have Logan Zinn on the mound to start this ball game. And Pocono starts this bottom of the first inning. They will have Peters to lead things off against Zinn. There's the first pitch, Swung on, foul tipped. Strike one. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Shows bunt, takes up high. Ball one. One the count here to the leadoff batter for the Timber Rattlers as he takes down low, ball two. Here's the 2-1 pitch, swung on and missed, strike two. Two balls, two strikes. Here's Zinn's pitch. Check swing, foul ball, right at the plate. Count will remain 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Called, strike three. As Logan Zinn gets the first strikeout of the ball game. That was Joe Peters for Pocono, who struck out there, and now Carson Bowman, the batter. On this rainy day here in eastern Pennsylvania, as Bowman takes ball one. Swung on, fouled away. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's a 1-1 pitch from Zinn to Bowman. Breaking ball, just up high, ball two. Two balls, 1 strike. The count just missed outside, ball three. Pocono looking for their first base runner of the ball game. Zinn comes set, fires in there for strike two. Runs the count full with 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the payoff pitch. Swung on, fouled off down the first base side. And we'll do it all over again. Count remains 3 balls, 2 strikes. And batter set. Here's the 3-2 pitch from Zinn. Just missed outside. And Pocono does get their first base runner of the ball game. As the walk puts a runner at first base. And that will bring up number 42, Jordan Santiago. Throw to first. Runner gets back. Pitch outside, ball one. It's a 1-0 pitch from Zinn. Swung on, fouled back, out of play. Evens the count of 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Runner going, and the ball gets past the catcher, and he will get in there easily for a stolen base. Makes the count 2 balls, 1 strike. Two balls, 1 strike to Santiago. Zinn comes set and fires. Called, strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. No score here, bottom of the first inning in game 1 of today's doubleheader. Both games will be 7 innings. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Outside, ball 3. And for the second straight batter, Zinn runs the count to 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runner at second is Bowman. He takes his lead. Line drive, base hit into center field. Lloyd up with it in center field, gets it in quickly. Runner Bowman will stop at third. And that'll put runners at the corners for the Timber Rattlers.
Come on, 6-1. What do you say there, shooter?
Zinn comes set. Fires, breaking ball. Out of the strike zone, ball 1. One ball, no strike pitch. In there for a strike to Anthony Knight for Pocono. One ball, 1 strike. Runners at the corners. Runner going, and he pops it up into center field. Lloyd's gonna make the play. He fires towards the plate as the runner tags, and Clayton makes the tag at the plate. What a play by C.J. Clayton, as he had to go far up the third base line to get that throw from center fielder Lloyd, and Bowman trying to slide to the inside part of the field to avoid the tag, but Clayton with a diving tag to make the third out of the inning. So the Batmen keep the Timber Rattlers off the board as they get an inning-ending 8-2 double play to keep this game scoreless. And after 1 inning of play, it is your Batmen 0 and the Timber Rattlers 0. And on the mound for the Timber Rattlers is Ethan Grodak. Pitched a scoreless first inning. Gave up 1 base runner on a error by the shortstop. But that was it for the first inning. And Ezra Good will lead things off here for the Batmen here in the top of the second inning. Good batting, .255 this summer for the Batmen. As that pitch is fouled straight back. Good as an .843 OPS with 3 home runs and 9 RBI. As he hits that one down the left field line, and that ball just lands foul outside the left field line. That would have been extra bases for sure if that would have stayed fair. Makes it count no balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Up high, ball 1. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Good leads the team with his 3 home runs this summer. And he fouls it right at the ball, or at the plate off his foot, as he's gonna walk that one off. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. As Good is feeling the effects of that foul ball. The umpire giving him a few extra seconds. And also the defense, catcher and pitcher had a brief meeting. But it looks like Good is good to go. As he will step back in the batter's box with a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Here's a 1-2 pitch from Grodak. In there for strike 3. Nice breaking pitch there from Grodak. Now we'll bring up Jared Eckenrod. As that is Grodak's second strikeout of the ball game. Breaking ball outside, ball 1. The next pitch fouled away. Out of play. Evens the count of 1 ball, 1 strike. Batmen tied with the Timber Rattlers here in the top of the second inning, 0-0. As Eckenrod swings through that breaking ball. Strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's Grodak's 1-2 pitch. Swung on, line drive into right center field. Coming in and making the catch is Peters for the second out of the second inning. So that will bring up Ethan Mosteller. Two outs here in the top of the second inning. Strike 1 called. The next pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes to Mosteller. Up high and inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Grodak trying to set the Batmen down in order here in the top of the second. Outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Good eye there by Mosteller. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled away down the right field line. Count remains at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. As Mosteller was completely fooled by that breaking pitch. And he goes down on strikes. And that will do it for the Batmen here in the top of the second. As they go down in order, 1, 2, 3. And we will go to the bottom of the second with the Batmen and the Timber Rattlers tied at 0. Number 20, Thomas Laco will lead things off for Pocono here in the bottom of the second inning. Zinn gave up a hit in the first inning, but inning-ending fly-out double play to end the inning kept the Timber Rattlers off the scoreboard. That pitch is down low, ball 1. It's the 1-0 pitch from Zinn to Laco. Breaking ball hit into right field. Back on it and making the catch is Ethan Mosteller for the first out of this bottom of the second. Pitch taken for a ball. This is Bobby Ehrman batting for the Timber Rattlers. It's the pitch. Hit down the right field line. Mosteller coming in, and he will make the catch. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second on 2 fly balls to right. Now DJ Silvestrini, the batter. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second. A pit, breaking ball, down and outside, ball 1. So 1-0 pitch in there, inside corner, strike 1. There's the 1-1 pitch from Zinn to Silvestrini. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Zinn ahead of the count. No balls, 2 strikes.
1-2.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Up high, ball 2. Zinn coming into this game with a 6.48 ERA. Looking for 2 shutout innings here. Just missed down low, ball 3, as he runs the count to 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 3-2 pitch, inside, ball 4, as the Timber Rattlers get a 2-out base runner. I'll bring up number 5, Rocco Delguidis. Pitched out of the strike zone, ball 1. It's a 1-0 pitch. Up high, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. It's a 2-0 pitch. Up high, ball 3. Takes the count to 3 balls, no strikes. It's a 3-0 pitch, taking all the way, strike 1. Three balls, 1 strike. The count. Zinn comes set. Fouled ball out of play. And from 3-0 to 3-2, as Zinn has fought back to a full count.
3-2.
Rodder will be off on this pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Ball in the dirt, ball 4. And that will give Pocono another base runner, as back-to-back walks have put runners at first and second here in the bottom of the second. I will bring up number 15, Ethan Kaufman. That pitch is out of the strike zone, ball 1. Zinn trying to get himself out of trouble here in the bottom of the second, as that pitch is taken outside, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. As Anthony Balashitis is on deck for Pocono. Throw to first. Gets back. That pitch was called a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike. Pair of runners on base for Pocono here in the bottom of the second. So next pitch in there for a strike, and then evens the count up at 2 balls, 2 strikes. Called strike 3, and then comes all the way back from 2-0 to strike out the batter to end the bottom of the second inning. No runs, no hits, a couple walks, a couple men left on base. And after 2 complete innings in this 7-inning ball game, we have no score. Grodak back on the mound for Pocono. She's thrown 36 pitches in the first 2 innings of this ball game. As Tyler Schroy will lead things off for the Batmen. Schroy batting 161 this year. With a double and a triple, 2 RBIs. He's walked 5 times. But he's struck out 17 out of his 31 at-bats this year. So, Schroy looking to turn things around from the plate. And he will come up here to lead off the top of the third. Just 1 hit combined through the first 2 innings of this ball game. As Schroy takes a pitch outside, ball 1. The 1-0 pitch from Grodak in the dirt, goes back to the backstop. 2 balls, no strike. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Inside corner, strike 1. As number 10, Riley Messenger, is on deck for the Batmen. Here's Grodak's 2-1 pitch. Inside, ball 3. Tyler Schroy trying to get on base to lead off here in the top of the 3rd inning. 3-1 pitch hit hard down the 3rd base line, but that will be foul. Runs the count full with 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Nice breaking ball there by Grodak as he strikes out Schroy for the first out of this top of the 3rd inning. As Messenger comes to bat here. Batmen still looking for their first hit of the ball game. Inside, ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the pitch, chopped down the 3rd base line. It's gonna be out of play, go foul outside the 3rd base line. That will even things up at 1 ball, 1 strike. 1 out here in the top of the 3rd. Down low, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Messenger batting .261 this season as he fouls that pitch back to the screen. He has 6 hits, all singles, a couple RBIs this year. Here's a 2-2 pitch from Grodak. Swing and a miss, strike 3 in the dirt. Catcher picks it up, will throw to first to complete the strikeout. And that is the 5th strikeout of the game for Grodak, as Alex Willig comes to bat for the Batmen.
That's out. Here you go, Alex.
Willig having himself a pretty good summer, batting .276 this year. A couple doubles, 4 RBIs. That one swung on and missed. Strike one. Swing and a miss. He chased that one out of the strike zone as that ball was in the dirt. Count goes to no balls, 2 strikes. Already on deck as the leadoff batter for the Batmen. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 3rd. Here's Grodak's 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. As he strikes out the side, giving him 7 strikeouts through 3 innings. And that will do it for the Batmen as they are set down in order. Grodak with 6 strikeouts. My apologies, through 3 innings. But nonetheless, as we head to the bottom of the 3rd inning, the score remains Central Penn 0, Pocono 0. Number 6, Anthony Balashitis will lead things off for the Timber Rattlers here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, as Logan Zinn has gotten himself into and out of trouble in both the 1st and the 2nd innings, as Pocono has had 2 base runners in each inning, but Zinn has been able to work around that. As Zinn has walked 3 and struck out 2 through the first 2 innings, giving up just 1 hit. And Balashitis comes to the plate, steps in against Zinn. Fouled straight back to the screen, strike 1. The top of the Pocono lineup on deck with Joe Peters. The pitch, nice breaking ball there. Catches the inside corner, strike 2. Zinn ahead of the count, no balls, 2 strikes. Here's the 0-2 pitch, check swing, takes the low. That will make the count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's a 1-2 pitch, fouled straight back. Count will remain 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Down to 1, guys.
Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Nice breaking ball there by Logan's in as he gets his third strikeout of the game. And we have one out here in the top of the third. Both pitchers on their game today. As Peters steps in. Ball up high. Peters struck out looking his first time up. Swing and a miss, strike one. One ball, one strike, one out here in the bottom of the third. Ground ball into the hole at short, between short and third. And that will be the second base hit. And he's going to try for two. Throw to second, and he's in there. Good hustle there by Peters as he caught the Batmen sleeping in the outfield there. And that is a big 90 feet as he gets into second base with one out here. Bringing up Carson Bowman with a runner in scoring position. Bowman walked his first time up. Pitch in the dirt. Nice block there by catcher C.J. Clayton to keep that runner at second base. One ball, no strikes. Line drive into center field. Runner had to hold up, make sure the ball got through. So he can only advance to third, but that puts runners at the corners for Pocono as Santiago comes up. Santiago singled in the first inning. Pitch in there for strike one. Runners at first and third here for the Timber Rattlers. Line drive into right field, base hit. That'll score the first run of the ball game. As Bowman holds up at second base. Couple of hard hit balls here in this third inning. As Pocono finally breaks through on the scoreboard to take a 1-0 lead. That brings up Anthony Knight. Ball up high, ball one. As the rain starts to pick up harder here at Creekview Park. The ball is fouled down the third base line. That will get out of play. Even the count of 1 ball, 1 strike. The Timber Rattlers have runners at first and second here with just one out here in the bottom of the third. Swing and a miss, strike two. Logan's in trying to limit the damage here in the bottom of the third. Swing and a miss, strike three as Knight goes down on strikes. That will be the second out of the inning. Now we'll bring up Laco, and he hits one deep into center field. Lloyd back, and he will make the catch in front of the wall for the third out of the inning. The Timber Rattlers get a run on 3 hits in the third as they finally crack the scoreboard, and they take a 1-0 lead after 3 innings of play. Rain really picking up right now as they're going to let them play through it for now. And it looks like we have a pitching change for Pocono. It's number 10, Ross Huffman, comes into pitch as Grodak goes 3 innings, strikes out 6, and doesn't give up a hit. So, nice outing there by the starting pitcher for the Timber Rattlers, Grodak. Now the lefty, Huffman, will come on for the Timber Rattlers. And he will face the top of the Central Penn lineup as Logan Doherty, Camden Lloyd, and Jagger Naylor are due up here in the top of the 4th. Batmen still looking for their first base hit of the game. Doherty flew out the right fielder Peters in the first inning. As we get ready for action here in the top of the 4th. The line scores through 3. Pocono 1 run on 4 hits, 1 error. Batmen 0 runs on 0 hits and 0 errors. Here's Huffman's first pitch to Doherty to lead off the 4th inning. Shows bunt, and he does bunt it, but foul down the third base line. Called strike 2. This doubleheader, a big doubleheader in terms of the standings, as Pocono is in 4th place at 8-8, while the Batmen are just a game behind in 5th place. Check swing, and the first place umpire calls a strike 3 as Doherty strikes out for the first out of the 4th inning. The top 4 teams in the division make the playoffs, so The Batmen just a game behind Pocono for 4th place as we enter action here today. And that brings up Lloyd. Lefty against lefty. That pitch in there for called strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Huffman comes set. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Down low, ball 1. It's a 1-1 pitch. Fouled at the plate. One ball, 2 strikes to Lloyd. As the Batmen try to answer the run that the Timber Rattlers scored in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Fouled. Back to the screen. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's Huffman's 1-2 pitch again. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Nasty curveball there as that ball broke out of the strike zone and Camden Lloyd swings and misses. 2 outs here in the bottom of the top of the 4th. That brings up Naylor, who reached on an error in the 1st inning. Here's the first pitch to Naylor. Down low, ball 1. Naylor and then Clayton on deck. Chopped down the 3rd base line. That's going to go foul. Evens the count of 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 2. As Huffman has a nasty breaking ball that the Batmen have had trouble reading here in this 4th inning. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And they will throw to first to complete the strikeout. And Huffman strikes out the side. And the Batmen remain hitless through 4. We will head to the bottom of the 4th with Pocono leading by a score of 1-0. Top of the 4th. Logan Zinn remains out on the mound for the Batmen, as he's given up just 1 run through 3 innings. But the story of the game so far has been the pitching for the Pocono Timber Rattlers, as they have given up no hits through 4 at-bats for the Batmen. And their pitchers, Grodak and Huffman, have struck out a combined 9 batters through 4 innings. But still just a 1-0 game. So the Batmen are definitely still in this ball game.
This isn't like us. We've always wanted to be here.
The first pitch of the inning, and they're right at the letters, strike 1. Bobby Ehrman leading things off here for the Timber Rattlers. That ball is fouled at the plate. Strike 2. No balls, 2 strikes to Ehrman as he leads off this bottom of the 4th inning. Oh, pitch up and in. Ball 1. That pitch got away from Zinn. There's a 1-2 pitch. Just missed outside. Ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nice 1-2 pitch there. Didn't get the call though. As Ehrman is crowding the plate, hits a little chopper to third. On to first. And 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th inning. That play goes third baseman Eckenrode to first baseman Messenger. Now DJ Silvestrini comes to the plate. The first pitch, breaking ball, just missed, ball 1. One ball, no strikes to Silvestrini. Check swing, he went, strike 1. Didn't even need to appeal that one as the home plate umpire called it a swing. As he swung at a pitch in the dirt, couldn't hold up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Pitch outside, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch up high. 3 balls, 1 strike. Here's Zinn's 3-1 pitch to Silvestrini. Swing and a miss, strike 2. This will be Zinn's 70th pitch of the ball game coming up here, as he tries to get this first out of the bottom of the 4th. Here's the 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. As that pitch missed a little bit outside. And once again, Pocono has a base runner. So that is the 4th walk of the game for Zinn, to go along with his 4 strikeouts. And that will bring up Delguidis. Breaking ball in there for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Pitch up high, ball 1. Pocono leading 1-0 here in the bottom of the fourth as Zinn throws to first. Pitch out of the strike zone. Ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Zinn comes set. Line drive into right center field. Base hit. And that will be the 5th base hit of the game for Pocono, as once again they have runners at first and second. They've had a lot of base runners in this ball game. As we have a coaching visit to the mound. Zinn's thrown 75 pitches so far in this ball game. Giving up 5 hits, just 1 run, 4 strikeouts, and 4 walks through 3 1/3 innings. Looks like they're going to leave him in to face Kaufman. Kaufman struck out his first time up. As Zinn tries to work out of some trouble again. This Pocono has had base runners in every inning so far. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Nice breaking pitch there from Zinn. 0-1 pitch, fouled straight back. No balls, 2 strikes. As Zinn is ahead of the count, 0-2. Runners are first and second for the Timber Rattlers. Here's the 0-2 pitch from Zinn. Pitch misses, ball 1. The ground ball outside third. Foul ball. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's another 1-2 pitch from Zinn. Fouled away. Kaufman staying alive. Here's the next 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. As Logan Zinn gets his 5th strikeout of the ball game. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Now we'll bring up Balashitis, number 6. It's the first pitch in there for strike 1. Ground ball to third. And he's just going to tag the runner, heading from second to third for the easy 3rd out of the inning. And once again, Logan Zinn, appropriate in this game as he's dancing through the raindrops as he throws up another 0. Giving up just 1 run through 4 innings despite allowing many base runners in this ball game. And after 4 innings of play, The Pocono Timber Rattlers are clinging to a 1-0 lead. CJ Clayton will lead things off for the Batmen, as Huffman remains on the mound for Pocono. Batmen still looking for their first hit of the ball game. As they have been held hitless through 4. As they've had just one base runner in this ball game, and that was Jagger Naylor, who reached on a first inning error. The combination of Grodak and Huffman have struck out 9 through 4 innings of play. But the Batmen just one swing of the bat away from tying this ball game up, as they trail just 1-0 here in the top of the 5th inning of the 7-inning game in game 1 of today's doubleheader. Clayton, with a couple home runs this year, is definitely capable of tying this game up with one swing of the bat. Clayton, one of just 2 players on this team who have hit for a season cycle, as he has 5 doubles, 1 triple, and 2 home runs, and he leads the team with 11 RBI. Has a 1053 OPS and a 360 batting average, so CJ Clayton having himself a good summer at the bat here, as well as playing some excellent defense behind the plate. Here's Huffman's first pitch. Swing and a ground ball in the hold short. Third baseman up with it. Throws a 2-hopper to the first. And nice scoop there by the first baseman. And that will be the first out of the inning, as that was the Batman first best chance at a base hit in this game. But a nice play there on both ends. As that'll bring up Ezra Good. One out here in the top of the 5th. Here's a lefty Huffman's pitch. Up and in, ball 1. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball outside, ball 2. Batmen just looking for anything positive offensively, as they've had just one base runner in this ball game. It's a 2-0 pitch to Good, way inside, ball 3. And Ezra Good ahead of the count, 3-0. We'll see if he has the green light to swing here, as one swing of the bat can tie this game up. Here's the pitch to the cleanup hitter, ball 4. And the Batmen have their first base runner since the first inning, as Ezra Good trots down to first base. That brings up Jared Eckenrode. Huffman checks Good at first. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball in there for a strike. Strike one. So next pitch, swing and a miss. Throw to first. And he's back in time. No balls, 2 strikes to Eckenrode. The line drive into right. And that's the second out of the inning. That brings up Mosteller. Pitch outside, ball one. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Ball inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Here's the 2-0 pitch. In there for a strike. Two balls, 1 strike to Mosteller. Pitch out of the strike zone, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Good, the runner at first. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Ball 4. And the Batmen have 2 runners on now. It's their best opportunity of this ball game. Still without a hit, but a couple base runners here on back-to-back, or 2, a 1-out walk, then a 2-out walk. Tyler Schroy can tie this thing up with a base hit. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Pitch down low, ball 1. 1 ball, 1 strike. Good at second, Mosteller at first. Here's the 1-1 pitch from Huffman to Schroy. In there for a called strike 2. Here's a 1-2 pitch. Just missed, ball 2. Huffman wanted that one, but did not get the call. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Huffman's pitch to Troy way outside, and that ball gets back to the backstop, and that will put runners at second and third, as there are now 2 runners in scoring position. A base hit will now give the Batmen the lead, as that runs the count to 3 balls, 2 strikes. Here's Huffman's 3-2 pitch to Schroy. Long on, chop to third. Nice scoop there by the third baseman. Throw to first, and he's out. Nice scoop there by the first baseman for the Timber Rattlers. The Batmen threatened, but come up empty. And through 4.5 innings of play, Pocono leads by a score of 1-0. And it looks like we have a new pitcher in the game for the Batmen, as I think it's number 23, Colin Connolly. I will confirm that in a second, and it is. So Logan Zinn throws 4 innings, gives up a run on 5 hits. As Connolly takes over to try to keep this a 1-0 game and give the Batmen a shot in the last couple innings. And this will bring up the leadoff hitter for the Timber Rattlers, Joe Peters. He's 1 for 2 in this ball game. Takes a pitch ball down low. Here's a 1-0 pitch. Ball inside. 2-0. Here's the 2-0 pitch to Peters. In there for strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Connolly. Ball hit into right field. Going back on it and making the catch is the right fielder for the Batmen, Mosteller. And that's 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th.
1 down, 1 down.
Connolly comes into this game with a 5.40 ERA in 10 innings of work. He has struck out 8 and walked 4. As Bowman comes to bat for the Timber Rattlers as he takes strike 1. No balls, 1 strike. Check swing inside, ball 1. They check with the first base umpire. He says no swing. Down low, ball 2. Two balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Here's the pitch, swung on, ground ball into the hole with short and into left field, base hit. A 1 out base runner here for Pocono. Brings up Santiago. Pocono has littered the base paths with base runners in this game, but has just 1 run to show for it. There's Connolly's pitch in the dirt. Nice stop there by Clayton. Santiago 2 for 2 in this ball game. Connolly checks the runner. Comes to the plate and it hits him as Santiago will be awarded first base on the hit batsman. And once again, Pocono has 2 runners on base, as it seems like they've had 2 runners on base the whole game. 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. That brings up Anthony Knight. He's 0 for 2 in this ball game. Pitch in the dirt and back to the backstop, and that will move both runners up 90 feet. And that puts runners at 2nd and 3rd. Need a strikeout here from Connolly. Here's the 1-0 pitch, down low, ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. It's a 2-0 pitch from Connolly, way outside, ball 3. He's 1 pitch away from loading the bases up here. As the Batmen trail 1-0. Here's a 3-0 pitch, taken all the way and takes down low, ball 4. And that will load the bases up for Pocono. Bases loaded, 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Base runners take the Connolly. Pitch out.